Alright guys, and we are back with more Final Fantasy 16 where we left off, and damn, there's no shit everywhere it looks like, so let's check out everywhere, I guess.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I have compiled some new entries.
I love seeing the pixels, which I love that.
Fascinating excerpts.
Oh wow. Yeah, we did see her.
You wish to study the tones?
But yeah, I had to say something about the pixels because Star Ocean, the second story is getting a remake, facelift type beat, and I can't wait for it. I cannot, absolutely cannot. Second story is like one of my favorite Star Oceans by far. Star Ocean and To the End of Time, I will say that. But second story, I'm not gonna lie to you, I love the second story. I can't even hold you on that one. But
What will it be today? How may I help you today? The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Still alive, I see. Something tells me that eyesore on the horizon is your doing. How'd you manage that?
It's a long story. One that I'd rather only tell once.
Right. All hands on deck then.
Is this everyone?
I even got my girl tired.
As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Now the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Variscian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well,
the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canberra is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow.
She's so hot for me. Watch.
Could it be that this new mother crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the blights and the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Arche above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
We had to go through that and find things.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'll benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you. Joshua seemed upset.
Alright.
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it, it won't be easy. It may take generations, centuries of suffering. And that is if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. You certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your swan shield.
That you are. And what of my wings?
Yeah, I already know that.
Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god.
We don't need all the help we
Would
can
not
get.
have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit. Your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their Eikons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
Right.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
That he does. Surprised ain't nobody said it.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
Okay.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back.
Right.
Has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to. Does it, Clive?
Yeah, don't let that
Let's
happen.
talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
At least. And that was so sad, bro. She lost her brother. Man.
Come to wish on a star.
That might not be such a bad idea. This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. Why I have to do it. There's no turning back now. This is where our journey was leading us. Where it will end, for better or worse.
I could pray to Metia for you. But you'll be all right, won't you, Clive? You always are.
I did promise we'd watch the moon together.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved. But such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
Right.
True, the challenges that face us are many, but in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes, but such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together.
But you.
I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
That's the guy he was fighting with earlier.
He was, until an Akashic
Right.
army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable.
Right.
Literally.
That's the guy he was
And
fighting
as
with.
luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Right.
Of course you have.
Of course you
He
had.
agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
Of course not.
Of course not.
Damn. Of course
Build a
not.
better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
Damn, it's a lot. Damn. Damn, bro. Even some over here. Oh my gosh. They're wildin'. Oh, you know the game about the game. They wildin'. Oh my god. Even over here. Vivian.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story. What is it this time, Torgal?
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our...
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Said, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
Heartache, like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his Eikons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want my iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Alright.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you?
Yeah.
You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
What's up with this stuff? Off limits, that means you.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
God, this quest all over the place. Oh, this is crazy.
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but... But perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Bro, and this quest outside here too?
How are you doing?
No.
Quick look.
Under their management. Oh my god, mine's in the sand. Oh, mine's in the sand, bro. I was just talking about how her brother just died. Oh wait, no, that's Lubor, right? Damn.
Seen him?
We got a lot of quests coming up. God damn, bro. Oh, this is crazy. That's Joshua. What the fuck, bro? Oh my goodness. This quest, I love this damn quest. Probably gonna play this on Wednesday. Probably tomorrow.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Hippocrates, there's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
My hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
good.
Don't get surrounded. The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
Shout out to Tom.
His interests were certainly varied.
Earl intelligence training report.
This is a Royal Army logbook. Did he take this from the local barracks?
Right. How did he even end up with something like that? From a distance, chapter 16, The Fall of the Bears. The emergence of the first magic adept school was widely heralded as a gift from the gods. Indeed, the title with which those with the gift came to be commonly known is most likely a contraction of bearer of the heavenly blessing. The wording used by the tribunes of the time, those born with the blessing were lauded as living crystals and granted high office and plentiful reward for their status as chosen ones. That's fucked up. So they were supposed to be treated way better than these assholes that they were treating. That these assholes were treating them. Yeah. Over the years, this reverence for their kind would become a full-fledged religion led by the bears themselves, a development that would prove faithful. Diverse, diverse nations of the time were unanimous of their disapproval of the founding of the church, while the authorities had for years welcomed bearers into positions of power in their own churches of state. They were mistrusting of an organization led by bearers for bearers. Efforts were immediately made to chasten the church and its followers, banning members from holding office, evicting adherents from their homes, and breaking up meetings by force. The church responded by forming a volunteer army to resist the persecution, and yet it continued, creating a cycle of ever-increasing bloodshed and rancor, and a growing rift between those born with the blessing and those without. What began with beatings and street clashes would eventually spill over into an all-out war that consumes the greater part of the 20s for 9 generations, and decimated the population of men and bears both. The deluge of blood that stained the land crimson and left an even more lasting mark upon the minds of the Palestinian people. After the bears' last resistance was crushed, the nations of Palestine came together to sign the Continental Accord that initiated the system of slavery that persists across the realm to this day. Its well-known phrase, bears are other than human, has its roots in the bitter war of the years before, being the unblessed's only excuse for their calamitous refusal to allow the blessed to decide their own destinies. That's fucked up. They need their ass beat.
But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
They need their ass beat. And god damn it, bro. Oh, we gotta fight. It's not that simple.
Leaving so soon, stranger.
Mm-mm.
We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Wow.
Subtle.
Right. I like
I
that.
know who you are.
He quoted the
We
book
need
from a
not waste
distance.
time on introductions. Hand me the book.
Fuck no.
Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Fuck
Your
no.
care. Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. but by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Not if
Then
I
I'll
got
have to
something to say.
politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at
So
an
that
impasse.
pass.
Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
You funny. This what you leaving? This what you leaving with? This what you leaving with? Boy, this nigga's dumb. He really thought. He really thought this was gonna do it? And I got my dog with me too? Are you dumb? Nah, I ain't gonna do it. Fucking up everybody before that. Died. No, sir. Now we gonna do it.
Let's try.
Alright. Alright. Fuck that. Fuck you talking about? Get your dumb ass out of here. Fuck you thought it was.
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many.
Ah, that shit need to be known.
Was correct?
It need to be known.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
Alright.
They're trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain.
Nah, shit, they need to know.
You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait. Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about. still here. After all these years. Lots smaller than I remember. And you were a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy.
I don't want that.
I wasn't being serious. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those
My
trees.
God, this is
Come on.
missed.
Race you there? I bet I could still beat you.
This is missed. My God, that's one of the regions in Final Fantasy 14. One of the housing regions. It's actually where I have my house at, actually.
Here we are. This was our hideaway.
Huh? So this was our
Come on,
house.
Torgal.
Damn, it was big, bro. Hmm.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince. Shield. Son his mother could love.
Damn.
Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here?
Mm-hmm.
My sparring sword. Well, well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting.
Aww.
Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going.
This is castle, ain't it? Yeah.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Charles Myers. Chris's tutorials. Attack buttons here. Oh, Running Murdoch. Oh. Alright, so I think we're gonna go ahead and end the episode out here. Normally I would make my way back to the hideaway, but like we got so many quests. I ain't gonna lie to you. So many. We already at like the 40 minute, 40 minute mark, so call it right here. So yeah. Yeah, let's at least give Vivian back her book at least. See how that's going. So.
Vivian, I found it.
She looks
The
sad.
book you lost.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one.
She's smart as a bitch.
As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
Why is
it? Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm.
Damn.
And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
How? Inconvenient truth. Vivian Ninetales. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and end the episode out here. Oh my god, all of these quests. Then another one just showed up again. Boy, this is gonna be rough. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys later for more Final Fantasy 16. Wow.